Hey, thanks for whoever tuned in. This is me, Dr. Chef. Hey, y'all. You already know whoever the one person is. If you like to share who you are, then great. If not, it's okay. Um, I couldn't get in. It would not let me in. It would not let me in, and it took me up until this point, you all, to just tune in. I just couldn't give up on Wellness Wednesday. I guess I'm still motivated for Motivational Monday. I mean, I had it all set up, you guys. Everything, the list of everything that's going on, prices, everything. If you all tuned in and saw that chat, I hope that you got it, screenshot it, save it, because I was up all night trying to prep for this. And when I went to click in, it just would not tune in. I think that it didn't like that I had all of that good information in there for you all finally. So my apologies, but at least I'm not giving up. That's all I can say. I'm not giving up because I know that it was important. So I know I'm in a completely different time zone from noon to 3 o'clock. This has pushed my whole day back. But I'm just thankful for having that determination to not give up when things don't go the way that I want them to go. Who knows? Maybe this was a time frame that was set for someone that was needing it, that couldn't catch it at noon today. And at least now you all can go back and you can look at the live streams from Motivational Monday. I do have those to tune in and say that they're catching up because they have different work schedules. So here we go. Happy Wellness Wednesdays for those of y'all that are able to tune in this time around at this time of day. Now, maybe it was meant. Who knows? I guess we're going to find out. So, if you all don't mind tuning in and let me know that you all can hear me, see me well. I do see a few there, so prayerfully gave you all time enough to do everything that you need to do. Seeing that, and yes, I am going to attempt to try and just keep it at an hour. But oh wow, the only thing that I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I was somewhat disappointed is the fact that I had all the pricing of everything lined up, explaining everything that is transpired, and here you go. We're here. And this is the reason why I say it's so important for us all to have good health, good mental health and wellness. Because if I had gone into the mindset that I used to be at, even as far back as a teenager, where I'm like a perfectionist to the fullest, and where I couldn't do something on a set time or in a set way, I would not be able to do this internet thing, y'all. I'm just keeping it 1,000. Because it shows you on a regular that you're really not in control, and you do just got to get used to just being on it and working in. And I saw and I've seen you all, some of you all that tune in now or later, know that I wasn't the one that was operating it, for the past few years, that when I was doing Wellness Wednesdays. And so now that I'm doing it myself, I am. I hats off to anyone that really do believe that they have or is making a great impact on people's lives, while trying to learn patience. And I do see, because I've seen it firsthand, how frustrating this process can get. And because I've seen that, even especially when you attach your livelihood to this, it's no different from a preacher or a pastor that's running a church and they want to be able to have things, or a CEO of their own company who wants to be able to give more to their people. And because they don't own the building, or because they don't own their own property or their own business quite yet, they have to play by the rules or have to wait for others. And that's the most challenging thing for someone that is that appears to be in in leadership or something would have. And so, in other words, it's the trying of your patience, is what I'm saying. And because I don't like how I just was watching a little iPod thing last night after I got finished putting in the information that was in on the other one that said to noon today. I was looking at it, and they want to be, I guess they have a big YouTube following. They were saying, um, that you have to be careful. These things can cause, being on this platforms can really cause you to feel like you have to do whatever you have to do in order to get the people, um, the a lot of followers, and it will have you not acting like, or saying things and doing things that you normally wouldn't do. And I thought to myself, so you all know where this is going. If the few that's tuned in have been able to actually follow me some here, you know where I'm going with this. Right to the mind, mental health and wellness. I'll say, when I heard them mention this, and I know that they had a great following online, I said, "Oh wow!" And so all of the other three that was on this iPod or on this YouTube channel was saying the same thing, but they were using a voice app thing where they only had their picture; they wasn't even live. And I'm thinking to myself, "Wow, this many influencers are stating they're actually been honest enough to admit that trying to come before this and getting this thing perfect because it's about a picture." And then the other one was saying that's why you got to be really careful. It's so much that you can do on here, and people don't. I don't think she said. I think about my grandchildren and how this stuff is stored, and how my behavior and what I choose to take, um, what I choose to, my views and what I choose to take in and put out here is being stored, and that I don't want them, anything that I'm doing that's wrong, or anything that I'm, that's found out that I'm not, practicing what I'm sharing on here. I wouldn't want for it to backfire on my children, because she said she believed that a time will come where those who have bought into the matrix, as we call it now, we call it the matrix, um, and this fictitiousness that can come about here, it can have a ripple effect. And I said, wow. I said, that's something that I'm hearing this. And I mind you, this has always been in my mind and in my thought. Um, and I'm in Wellness Wednesday already, just in case you all didn't know. Um, and so I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, yes, this is the mentality that you got to have when it comes down to your body. Think about it. I'm in my quote unquote BMI. And I said like that. See how I did that? BMI. I said that because I'm a naturopath practitioner. I'm a health and wellness coach. I'm a, as you all know, a certified drug counselor, rehabilitation specialist, certification license in nursing, and all these other things. But I say all this doesn't matter if what I'm doing, I'm not really truly making the most positive impact in these certain titles, and in with this certain education and learning that really truly helps humanity. Now, what's happened is what I'm finding out in health and wellness, you all, on this Wellness Wednesday. And I've shared it a bit here and there, but I wanted to be careful because I didn't want to make it seem like I'm trying to attack those that's just trying to learn as they learning, while they're trying to learn, as different ones tune in, and you don't know who's tuning in. You don't know how certain people are processing things until you all express it through email or through your chat. And I will say I do appreciate the respect, because I know I've had my own thoughts, and my own experiences that could have challenged some of the people, but I believe that those who are tuned in, and I'm so thankful for it, you all are smart enough to tune in, and spiritually so and mentally there enough to tune into my heart, and not to anything that could be taken the wrong way, okay, or taken to be meant as an offense. um, and that's what I pride myself upon, because I know that's popular today. Hey, man, Sister Cheryl, good to see you. Um, I pride myself on that because it's something that my blood brother, just told me today. And, we both workaholic, do a whole lot of things. And so we don't always get a chance to chat as much as we want. Like, he's married with children and he's in the other state next to me, and I'm here. And so when we finally do, we wind up talking for like hours, as you all can imagine. And so I'm finding, and I just find myself just getting happy to hear that he has the sense that he has at what 41, and we're talking about our children and how we're gonna stand our ground on certain things and just conversating. And he started saying to me, because he's still on his health and wellness journey. He's not where he wants to be in his health. He's saying to me, God bless you too. He said, sis, I want you to know I do believe in what you're doing. He said, because he had suffered injury on his job. And with this economy shifting the way it is and us being part of a war right now, he's explaining to me. I know it because I've been now for months in rehabilitation now, and I have people from all different places that own their own farmland that's telling me about what's natural and what helped what helped them to recover from their wives, recover from cancer, even with the amount of money that they have and how they've gone through this system and couldn't get no help. And they are of the other persuasion, you all. And the only thing that helped was them growing their own herbs. And they had to figure out how to make their own elixirs to give their wife a suppository that could help um, her recover from cancer. And I said, wow, that's something you said that to me, bro. I just got through talking to another person yesterday that wants me to do this cancer, put together a cancer walk or a cancer conference. And they asked me would I participate in a march for cancer. Now, don't get offended, you all. Anybody that's tuning in now and later. And I said, no. I said, they've got billions. They have enough going towards them concerning cancer awareness. I think we're more than aware. I said, I will though participate in a recovery, those who have recovered from cancer and that now is interested in doing practicing a more healthier way of eating and living, and having a more stress-free life that will not cause them to go back into remission. I said, I will be willing to do a panel and do a discussion for how to help heal the body and how they can lead a more healthier life, and showing them the how to and gathering together with other health and wellness people to do so. I said, I'm willing to do that. And they said, oh, okay. I never thought about it. Well, we're going to pair you up with the individual that fought back from cancer. However, they go on to explain to me that the young man that's part of the movement had basically had to go underneath chemo and had to have everything removed from them, practically most of their abdominal, and how the other someone did try and teach them about the natural way, but they wasn't receptive at the time. And so they're still trying to see, could they get me to say that I'll be willing to go ahead and go along with this cancer walk or this cancer recovery with them, and maybe we can put something together. I said, I said, I don't like people wasting their time. I said, if this is a good person, as you state, and I believe that they may have some really good principles and good things and natures about them. I said, but my experience is that as a wellness counselor, I said in 20 plus years of doing this, is that if he's not using the natural way now, and he knows that you all are attached to me now, and he's been able to see what I'm about as far as making sure that we are teaching our people and bringing about awareness of how to heal the body in a natural way. And he wasn't receptive before he had to go into this. I said, the only way I could use him and work with him is if he's willing to actually testify to the difference between when you do it the natural, healthy way and recover, and when you go through the American Satanic Medical Association and the way they do it by botching your body parts and you're not being able to have it, and him being honest in his testimony about if he had known the better way, or if he was open to a more natural way of healing his body, that he would have rather keep his body parts than to have to go through the gruesome detail. And then for them to not, for him to be able to be that witness to prove that they said, and they cannot 100% guarantee that it will not return, or 100% guarantee that they got all of the cancer cells out of the abdominal. I said, if he's willing to do that and share his raw testimony, just as I have amongst you all, then I said, then and only then do I think that I would we can pair in together. But it has to be done in truth and in honesty. It has to be done so I can work her like I said I would with my mother when I was starting the cooking show. I said, no, my mother's not a healthy cooking person. Yes, she does get certain recipes for me. Yes, she was still addicted to certain foods like most of us are. And that's not considered healthy. I said, okay, fine. We can do this cooking show. You can show your food and how you fix yours. And I'm going to show you the healthy version or way of doing this. And it's going to taste good too. And then the end result, the conclusion is mama has to say that which food makes her feel the best after she eats it, and have to be honest enough to showcase that even though this tastes good to my taste bud, that what my daughter is doing that comes from me. And you know those saying the apple don't fall too far from the tree. Well, that's the thing. I was the apple. I wasn't just the tree, even though the apple grew from the tree. It's an apple tree. I said, I'm the actual apple. And I said, and I'm going to use the actual apple. I'm going to be the apple that's used. And so she said, okay, I'd love to do that. And we were going to high-five it up, just like you guys saw with our cooking show, where we doing it, what goes on in the kitchen stays in the kitchen. Now, my mama was game for that. Now, we didn't get to, but as you see, in less than a year of having that conversation, she's transitioned on. And no, she never stopped cooking the food for the most part the way she did. It was too late. It was too late. And y'all know the story. I had a praying mother. And so if I'm able to do that with my mother, and we're back to the wellness Wednesday, y'all, and the mindset, the reason why I say the sign, it's no different from setting your clock at a certain time. Like I said, I set it at noon, and it would not let me in. It wasn't anything wrong I was doing either that I could see of. It was simple this time for me. It just would not take. And so I said, okay, all I can do is set my mind not to give up. All I can do is tell myself that I'm going to push back something else that I was going to do. This is still important. I need to keep a pattern going here. And I'm just going to speak from the heart and the mind, the healthiest mindset that I can. So that I know that I have accomplished coming before you all on this Wellness Wednesday, and share whatever good, healthy information or mindset that God has told me to share with you all. It's just as simple. It was a decision. It was a choice. And so prior to me setting this, I got another phone call. I said, And this was a big one, y'all. This was something concerning a major responsibility that someone that I was close and near to had accumulated. I could say it that way. And they're trying to get information from me. And so I'm explaining to them that the mindset has taken another route. They've done something else different. And so I can't even help you with this per se. They would have to have the mind to be afraid to address the issue. They would have to communicate with you. They cannot be in the mindset that I made a bed that I don't want to lay in, even though it's my bed. And I explained to them, so I can allow myself to stress about it. All I can do is be the messenger. What they do with it is their own responsibility. Life is about choices that we make, and whatever choice that you make, we have to make sure that we can live with it. Or either you're going to die with it, one or the two. And so I realized, as much as I wind up wanting to come forth and showcase products right away, as much as I've been wanting to just go ahead and just stick to it, I'm like, I realized it doesn't matter what we have, because it boiled down to, and we said it too, if a person can afford a bill, afford to pay for this, afford to do this, it doesn't matter how much money you got. It matters what you do with the money. It matters how responsible you are with the money. It's the same with your health and wellness, you all. And I say this in as many different simple ways as I can until we get it. Like, share, you all, while we're at it. That it doesn't matter how many sea bags of sea moss that I have that has 92 minerals in it that helps the brain and helps heal the cells and help give the minerals to the bone and the blood and cause you to grow your hair, good skin, and it causes you to have good energy, and it helps with prostate health and hormonal balance. It doesn't matter how much I have of it. It doesn't matter if you buy, if you're not going to use what you got in the right way to help you. Thank you. Somebody gets it. It doesn't matter how much moringa I got. Oh, it helped bring my children to off all the coma. But then here it is. You have someone that you know that's in a coma to this day. Hey there, sis. You have someone that's in a coma to this day, and then they turn around and you offer it to them, and they don't want to take it out of fear because they don't know. They've never used it before. It doesn't matter. You all, we got to use what we got when we're healthy minded. And when you're gathering this information, what I'm saying, to get the health results that you want. I too got caught up in, I'll be honest, I was the one that when I found out and started studying and researching, and I got on this naturopathic wellness a mission, because that's what it is, and lifestyle. I mean, it was a no-brainer for me. You didn't have to it wasn't no girl shopping for me. I know it might seem like it because I like to dress up and keep myself doing right. I was just raised to do that, and so I do, because it's a good thing to do. But I was me going to the shop, getting my hair done was not it. I'm thinking about what is the best products I can get my hands on to help heal my family. At the time, my husband was very sickly as well, high blood pressure, cholesterol, name it. It's starting to stress disorders, everything. I was dealing with a lot. And at the time, I was still battling with the doctors trying to put my daughter, my firstborn, on medications and drugs and telling me what I have to do. And I'm sitting here with a list, like I've shared before on some of the other live streams. I'm sitting there with a whole notebook, because of what I got used to doing in nursing, in the nursing field right now, so I can keep up with what's going on with the intake and the outtake of my children. And so I'm seeing all this stuff unfold, and I realize, look, nothing is more important than me finding some really good, healthy products and supplements, because clearly the food is not all as healthy as it needs to be. At this time, y'all, organic was not even a word. They may have been developing it at the time. There was no talk about how much, I think it just barely started, and may have been in more other, I would say, upper class neighborhoods at that time. But there was no talk about non-GMO foods or GMO. The market, it hadn't hit on the market the way it is now. There was no talk about that. We just knew that there was companies, there was a rise, and like some of you all remember Amway. I was a natural, at one while I was an independent distributor of that as well too. They had these good brainium little things and vitamins, and it worked. Still friends to this day to for one of the sisters that was that introduced me to it. And I'm like, okay, wow, I'm impressed. But then I wind up finding out that that company had been compromised in its own way, even though I could say that it would have been more beneficial than what you're getting with these other major companies that you all know that we like to shop at. You're not even getting half of the potent vitamins and minerals that the body needs. It's a market for it now, you all, is what I'm saying. And so you have to be careful. And this is the reason why I knew that I could just go right and jump into another home and use what I've been blessed with after The adversary tried to strip me of everything. He said, no, do what I initially had called you to do, told you to do. I don't change my plans just because you made a bad decision and choose and chose to work with someone that had another different type of mindset and that shift everything for you. I didn't change my plan for you or the vision of what I told you to do. And so that's exactly what I did. I invested in these natural health products. And this is the reason why you all have the colon purifier. And then this is also the reason why you all have the sea moss, the purple sea moss. And then this is also the reason why you all have the moringa. Now, this is mine. I opened that. Had to use it so y'all can't say I don't use my own products. And all of them helps to reduce inflammation. All of them help with what I was sharing earlier, dealing with cancer cells. All of those help promote cleansing out and nourishing the your blood cells, because your health is the nourishment that the body needs is most definitely through having healthy cells and healthy bones. Minerals go into the bones to help that skeletal system hold up and give energy to your body, your entire body, but more importantly, to your mind. If your mind's not healthy, you can't concentrate. You're always having headaches. You're always suffering from some type of form of depression or stress. And I had that conversation as well too with a very prominent, well-known bishop that I know, and I'd known her for a long time as a little girl. Hey there. Oh, it's good to see you. Oh, absolutely. I have clients that have been diagnosed. I had to shift a little bit, you all. A question that had been asked. Um, I have come across my fair share of clients that have been diagnosed with Crohn's disease, and absolutely, I most definitely recommend the colon purifier for them to go on a 30 to 60-day colon purifier, and for them to introduce the body to the all natural, organic, powerful sea moss and the moringa as well. Absolutely. But I would recommend them to still call in for a consultation first before I would just sell them or have them to purchase what my products are, especially when you're dealing with diseases that are chronic, because Crohn is just coming from chronic. That's an what they're now labeling as an autoimmune disease, and that's overrated as well too. Our immune system, you all have to, especially during this time of season, if they're in a cold climate where our seasons change, and then they're not in a more tropical area, those cells will suffer, especially if you're eating mucus forming foods and artificial foods or on any forms of medications or drugs. I can't use the term medication, drugs. They would have to change the law in order for me to stop using that term. Prescription drugs, and they're dealing with the side effects of that as well. So I would have to have them to cleanse their colon, which is also part of cleansing the blood, getting rid of parasites, and then have them to restore the body with healthy minerals. I would put them on an advanced multivitamin that they could take every day, that you can either dilute 1 ounce a day in their water or a drink, or they could take it straight. um, I would go and have them to set in for the chlorophyll. Have them taking a few drops of chlorophyll, diluting this in the water to help cleanse the green that comes from this, helps bring about mental clarity, and help cleanse the whole entire system. Everybody know that about chlorophyll. If they're low in the B12, I would have them to have the B12 in order to help restore that blood food. I call the B12 the blood food, but to help with mental clarity as well, and energy, restoring their energy. I would go down the list of that. And if they're not completely off of dairy products or mucus or completely off of meats, I would also recommend this if they cannot discipline themselves to do the ones that I just recommend. That's what I would recommend for those who may have Crohn's disease. But I can't not say that I would give a strict would recommend them to try these without me knowing exactly what their lifestyle is and what they're eating. Because most of what I found is most chronic diseases that we have today that's prolonged. It just means prolonged, long term. Your body has been taxed with eating unhealthy and being in an unhealthy environment and dealing with stressful situations. Most of the time, it's more mental, and the mind, once again, keep going there, y'all. Y'all gonna keep seeing me do that. I'm probably gonna go down on record as being the first wellness coach that's always doing this. And like, why she doing that? Is she patting a wig? No, I do not have a wig on. You know, that mind releasing the oxygen, or releasing and taking deep breaths. Musa. So you can think straight enough to know what works best for your body and your system. Do I recommend a fruit fast, or a fruit? It's really not a fast, you all, if you're eating fruit. So let me change that terminology. I know where we got the term fruit fast from. I really don't. And yes, I know I just use it, but no, it's not a fast if you're eating fruits. You're eating. You're eating the medicine foods of God. You're eating the most powerful, highest antioxidant superfoods that's always been known for helping to heal the body, promoting good health, energy, mental clarity, and allowing us to function in a more healthier manner. So you're not fasting, you're eating fruit. Okay, and that fruit is supposed to be non-GMO fruit. And so today, because we know that we don't have all of the healthy from non-GMO foods present, and they've taken and raped the land, so, and it's creating all of these artificial seeds and growing all this artificial food. Unfortunately, we cannot go without having some type of support system through them extracting. Now that it's made a business, now that we're marketing it, now they're extracting all of the goods from out of the plants, you all, out of the seaweed, out of the leaf. And so this is the reason why people like myself and others have a business now. Now we're able to make it a business, a part of our way of life now, because of this not being the natural thing to do anymore. Not being seen as all we're doing is doing what our great grandparents did. You all, we're not recreating, we're not reinventing no wheel. It's the same wheel. The only difference is now is that they've taken the very natural resources that we had to live healthy by, and they're packaging it now. They're putting it in another form because they know they've gotten us used to this microwave artificial freaking food that's killing us, and then that's not providing any nourishment to the body or the mind or your soul. It's the reason why this just came to mind, you all. The scripture says, in your patience possess ye your soul. Don't it take patience to cook? Don't it take patience to go out and garden? Let's go there first. Don't it take patience to garden? Come on now. Hey, Uncle Frank, my Uncle Frank on there, he knows. He's done cultivating land, landscaped, and everything. It takes patience. In your patience possess ye your soul. Let's change soul to your life force. And so you don't have it, and that's where they got us. I was just talking to my brother about it. They got us to a place now where we think that that's considered slave work. We see it as, oh no, I know the Bible, especially for us so-called Christians or believers, these children of Israel, all these names, Mormons, well, I can't even put them in it because even some of them believe in cultivating the land, just not enough of them. It's the reason why we are, unfortunately, being taken out of here. One of the number one reasons why we're being taken out of here, because we're disrespecting the nature of God, the natural order that God has, the things that he gave us to live by so that we could be prosperous and in good health. Your prosperity doesn't necessarily have to be being a millionaire or a billionaire. Your prosperity could be in your land. A lot of us are sitting on land, and you know what? And now So I'm just hitting me. That's what I say. The mind is a terrible thing to waste, you all, but more importantly, it's a terrible thing to put waste in. Here goes. Some just hitting me. Some of you all maybe even that may tune in now or later, maybe sitting on land and you're not doing nothing with it. Start cultivating that land, you all. Don't be afraid. Find out what it takes to get that soil and redo it. You're not doing anything. The grandkids is all grown up now. You're not throwing any family gatherings there anymore. I don't care if it's just a little small section. Just it doesn't have to even be a quarter. Like it could just be a box size. Uncle, what's the average size, Mom? I said, what's the average size of the square footage? That's not my area of expertise. A square foot of it don't take much to get your crops. So you all can see it. You all see it online. Just to get started on something to show that you're respecting what God has given us. You'll be surprised. Once think about it, nobody likes to put work into doing something that they can't get no benefits from. Once you start doing that, that is a natural. It naturally will cause you to eliminate stress. Somebody, well, no, it's stressful trying to figure out how to do it, and we don't have skills to do it. We got our phones now. We're before the internet now, just like you tune in here and other stations and other places. No, y'all, come on now. And I know how we think because I thought the same thing at one while. No, we have to incorporate that into your everyday life and what you're doing. Well, I can't do it now. My back hurt. I can't. Okay, fine. Grandbabies come over, children come over, tell them that you want it done. The holidays is coming around now. Some of you all still celebrate holidays or may have anniversaries of birth. And people asking you what kind of gift do you want to get. I see this is how my brain think, y'all. This is the reason why. Gotta have a healthy mind. This way look, I gotta take advantage of this and share this with you all. Oh, okay. I know what I want. I want me a garden bed, you all. I want a garden bed. Some of us are blessed. We have sons, we have nephews, we have people around us, or other. It could be women. You can have sisters. So have those. Somebody say, "I want a garden bed. I want anything else." Tell them, "I want a garden bed. I want you to help me to get a garden bed. You know, I can't bend like I want to, or I don't have the time. I have to go to work. I have to do this. So I need some help doing that." God bless the man, the woman that has her own. I had to get to this place too, you all, even with gathering this information, but because I had to do so much hands-on work with my immediate family and then extended and now clients, that slowed me down. It did, because it was more about us having to reprogram the mind to think in a more healthy way first, because I am a firm believer. If you all haven't heard me say it enough, I'm going to say it until it gets through to your brain and to your mind. That I am a firm believer that it all starts with how we think. You can't do anything. While we talking about it's hard, it's like, yeah. But guess why it's hard? Because you let other people in your ear. You let the lust of the eye, the lust of your flesh, the pride of life, what everybody else is doing, tell you that it was hard. And so whatsoever man thinketh, so is he. So if you just said, it's hard, you thought it. So now you're going to not do it because you just told yourself it's hard. Now just imagine if you tell yourself, I can do this. It's doable. I see Dr. Chef, I know she had to do all her shifting and had to move on, and she's still on eating healthy. She's still teaching on this thing. If she can do it, she still look healthy. Her skin still looks good. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I stopped my whole workout thing because all the moving and all things. So I got off my regimen too. In fitness, in the fitness area. It didn't stop me from it didn't make me become weak. But I had some things now that I can tone up. I can tell that much. Now that's what I think. That's what's in my mind, and that's what I'm going to do. And my daughter just got me started off. My daughter, she got a little fitness, little sign up, and I was so happy. I was like, oh, it took all this just for me to. I finally came. She said, Mama, you want to come with me? Do you want to work out together? And the reason why that's such a big deal, you all, is because in my mind, I was telling myself, yeah, I guess maybe I intimidate him. I know she's strong and she's vivacious and a little workaholic, just like I was. But maybe, maybe they feel like I'm going to go too hard. They see some old videos, and now maybe they don't want to. Hey there, family. Hi, good to see all you all. I'm so glad you always able to tune in. Peace and love and good health to everybody. And I was so happy. I said, "Oh, she get it." So she comes out. She got a little workout gear on. She ready to go. And I'm like, "Hey!" I said, "Man," I said, "This is pretty cool." I said, "So something." I said, "So something." Now, of course, I knew a lot rubbed off on me. I said, "So something good rubbed off on you. You want to work out with your mom?" I said, "You're not afraid to do that." Because we had never really worked out together before. She's working, I'm working, we're doing, you know how it go, you all, especially when they get grown and on their own. And so I was ready to go, and then wound up having to do having a session with another elder. But just the fact that she thought enough to say, "Mom, come on, let's do it." And I said, now I'm motivated. Now the fact that I didn't get a chance to get the workout in like I wanted to, I said, now my mind is set that the next time when we do this, God's will, allow it come Thursday, we'll go back again for at least about an hour. I said, I'm clearing my schedule. We gonna do this. I got you. Because I want to tighten up that tummy some more. I got it. I got some work out to do. Now, you know what's going to be happening as I walk. If she doesn't have her music on her iPod or whatever in, we're going to be talking some healthy talk, y'all. Because it's not just about being fit. It's not just about being internally healthy. It's not just about eating your fruits and vegetables. And I know everybody's trying, have to, pick their subject matters. But I can't do that because my mind is healthy enough to know that there's a foundation to everything. That was one part of it. I know that this was never supposed to have to become an industry. This was never supposed to have to turn into this, where instead of us just eating high fiber food and us just eating the regular seaweed that was good and not tainted, us just eating other moringa plant, even with the cannabis that's on the rise, you eating the root of it, not the actual leaf, y'all, or smoking the leaf. That's where the healing of the cancer cells and things that come from is from the root of the cannabis plant. The gummy part, the real, when you can take the scissors and you cut it, and then you got there's a gumminess, there's a liquid that comes from it. I've been doing some homework, y'all. That's why they were able to sell it in liquid form not long ago. I think maybe about 40, 50 years ago before they outlawed it, and now it's back legal again. Now that they have it, and now that they can strip and sell you all whatever they want to of the cannabis plant. And unfortunately, you can't really get the full benefits of it if they're only giving you riches, midgets of it. That's like you taking an apple, me giving you an apple, or you know what an apple is, and we say, okay, the apple a day keeps the doctor away, and then you get an apple, and then you knowing it, we all know what an apple is and how it even help cleanses the teeth as well too, and it gets you full. It's high in pectin, and it's good in fiber, so you can get a nice elimination if you chew it up right. Let me put that out there. But now we want to juice the apple now, because a lot of us have unfortunately suffered from constipation and patience to just crunch on an apple. They got us living such, for the most part, from fast everything. Fast food this, fast food your time, fast getting to the work, fast walking, fast. You don't have no time for anything. So now we can't even just sit down and enjoy a nice apple. I ate an apple yesterday and I just felt good because I had been juicing too. As I said, just eat the apple. Just eat the apple, girl. What are you doing? Can I talk to y'all like that? Y'all know I'm telling y'all, just chew on the apple. That's why I bit into that apple, and I'm not gonna lie, I've been so focused on juicing to where when I man, that apple tasted so good. It was all natural one, a non-GMO, had the seeds in it, the flavors gone. I'm doing like my oldest daughter used to do when she would taste some good food. Oh God, yes. And before I know it, I tore that apple up. You would have thought I was a squirrel. Albert Simon and Theodore. Somebody catch that later. Getting back to nature, you all. And while I'm chewing on that apple, I'm thinking about how healthy I want to be. I'm thinking about how I'm going to share this. And I'm like, oh, okay. I felt refreshed. I wasn't stressing about anything. I wasn't thinking about nothing negative. It's impossible to eat healthy and to think about something good and to be worried and allow the body to get sick. It's impossible. Hey, you all, it's so good to see you all. And so I'm like, oh, we got to get back to the foundation, y'all. Yeah, it's nice. I know we all going breaking our necks, getting all these expensive juicers. Yeah, we doing all this. Oh, you get the juices. We're such a fad people. Now, like we catch on to every fad on this. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's a good thing to get the nourishment because a lot of us have not been doing anything healthy. I get it. But for those of you all that are still closed in some of your healthy right mind, you all know what I'm saying. Well, it's never supposed to be at a place where we got to spend $500, $1,000 to where now you're making somebody else rich off of you not wanting to just simply eat the apple, y'all. You got a seeded apple, eat it, chew it. Take about 5 minutes. That's what I'm glad to share with you all on Wellness Wednesday. We know it's already scarce. Rinse it off and eat it. Why you gotta go to zoom, because we're juice heads now. We're juice heads. We gotta have something quick, something simple. No, juice head, your heart, your jaw muscle. I've shared this before. Maybe rub on my face. And the best kept secret, y'all. It's the reason why I don't like wearing makeup either. I like to be able to touch my face when I want to and without having to go grabbing toxic wipes and all that stuff. I'm trying to wiping off my hands. That's why I don't like fake nails either. I don't like fake nothing. I barely even let them put a braid in my head because I like feeling natural. I love it. I ask God, let me fall in love with just being thankful for what you gave me. And yeah, we enhance things. You see, women, y'all see the headache and get little earrings. We buy little cheap. But the moment you lose one, you lose your mind. Oh my God, my outfit ain't right. I can't believe you turn up the house looking for that one earring. We're never supposed to get so caught up. Oh, they broke my juicer. They broke my blender. Eat the apple. Eat your cherries. Eat it. Yeah, I remember that song. Y'all know I'm going there. Remember Weird Al? Am I telling my stage? Just eat it, eat it, eat it. Eat it, eat it. Dun, dun, dun. If you want to be healthy, just eat it. And it had the nerves to say, no one wants to be defeated. And I was thinking to myself as a teenager, looking at him like, this is retarded. Now, mind you, he wasn't talking about eating your fruits and vegetables. He was talking about eating other stuff. He mocking, as y'all know, Michael Jackson. And I'm thinking to myself, man, I knew then that we were done for. That something was wrong. Something was wrong. And I think I said, man, we actually living in a time in 2020, going on 2024 now, where, and I said this before at a what you call. You want to start on my natural program? I was sure it's the similar. Sure that I know, right? LA, you know what I'm saying, Sister Brown. You already know. Let me make sure that I'm not missing any questions here. Good day, Nira. It's good to see you. Hey, brother Rich. It's good to see our brothers coming in. Brother John, it's good to see you all. Brother Rashad, it's good to see you all. And I'm sitting there like, I just told them they was happy to see me. Oh, we got to see Dr. Chef. Oh, come up and say something. Speak and and I just stopped everything. Oh, she made it. Oh, I said, y'all can tell too that I'm in this place where it's not really just about, because I asked God for it. I said, I don't want to get puffed up in this thing. I really don't. And that is what the adversary was trying to try me with within the past 2 years. And I said, I don't want that energy. I don't want that kind of spirit. I don't want to come off like I just because I'm eating a little bit more healthy than somebody else that I think that I'm better than someone else. I don't want that energy. I just want to do better. I just want to do right by the temple that he's given me. And I want to inspire and help others have the same mentality. I want to influence them in that way. Well, saying all that to say, by the time I get to the podium here, I'm like to myself, I'm like, y'all, thank you so much, but y'all can sit down. I'm gonna be honest. I tell him, I said, can I keep it 1,000 with you all? Thank you so much. Yes, thank you so much. Wisdom come from God. All praises be to God. I said, isn't it something? Did y'all ever think that y'all would be gathering around and spending money and traveling all over the world just to hear somebody tell you to eat your fruits and vegetables? Oh, you can imagine. Some people just cracked up laughing because they wasn't expecting that. I'm not gonna say where I was at. They just cracked up laughing. Some just sit there like, man, she got a good point here. Man. God say, no, we are for entertainment, you all. They know our minds like being stimulated. We're not with berries and fruits like it naturally supposed to be stimulated with, so you can carry on and doing whatever it is that you're gifted in doing or like to learn how to do. That's a good thing to do. They know now that they have us with this television, with this internet. They know that they have us caught up in comedy and all these other things that does not benefit us. Now, don't get me wrong, laughter is good for the heart. Let me make sure that I divide that right. It is good because oxygen, the oxytocin, it raises up the excitement. It's a good thing. But even in the midst of laughing and excitement, notice sometimes when something catches you off guard, somebody laugh real hard and they have to take a deep breath. I know me. I've laughed so hard sometimes in my life, especially fooling with my brother Elliot, where my whole stomach was where I literally could have got abs because I was laughing so hard. And I'm saying like I'm holding my stomach like, and I'm like, stop, it hurt, it hurt, it hurt. Because that muscle trying to crack, we trying not to, but you can't believe what you just heard. And it just came out so funny to where you didn't realize. I'm like, wait a minute now, it's good for the heart, but I didn't know it's gonna make my stomach hurt at the same time. Hold up, wait a minute, hold up, let me take a deep breath. And we go, boy, you crazy. It's therapy in that, you all. It's healing in that. But even when laughing so hard, you have to remember to breathe or you can fall out. If you got a clot out, you can literally have a heart attack. It's happened, you all. It's happened. Look it up. People that's done drop dead from laughing so hard. Now, please, hold on. Don't do it. Take it. Oh, Father, please forgive me. Take it back. Take it back. Don't look that up. Just making a small point, you all, that we all have to do things in moderation. We have to get back to the natural way of doing things. And I believe that even when it come down to even that, and that being laughter being able to be taken out of proportion or to an extreme, to where if you're unhealthy, that you can wind up not breathing properly enough to where it can hurt something in you or make your head hurt or anything like that. That right there goes to show you that we've off balance, that we've lost sight, that we are not operating in our most natural, healthiest state of mind or state of being, may I say. Think about it. I'm not gonna lie, I was queen, if I can use that term, queen, as we call it, crying. Yeah, crying out laughing. Yes. Yes, the Darcy, good to see you. Crying out laughing. I'm not gonna lie, I was queen for it, and I had to stop it because that's how I wound up getting married and having 4 children, because their dad had figured out, and I tell this little quick testimony, their dad had figured out, oh, she likes a good laugh, so let me go ahead and make her laugh, and I'm gonna have her to fall out in the chair, because I would laugh so hard. I mean, here it is. Can y'all just imagine? I'm just all nice and pretty, and the word had already gone out. Now this is me as a teenager, and they saying, "No, we didn't think that she was so down to earth," and then wind up, because I got on my little skirts, my dresses, and him and all adorned, and I'm just looking, and he figured out that he could do certain things that would have me, and I would fall out the chair laughing. I would hold my skirt, and I would just fall out the chair laughing. That's how much I was, as we call it, cracking up. And so, anytime when he was wanting to start trying to, get me to try to, like, so can we talk? He noticed I started to clam up, and I'm like, like, no, I need to finish school. I want to go to college. I got things that I want to do. No, I don't know you like that. He would do something funny to make me laugh, and I fall out in the seat again. And after a while, y'all, that laughter became addictive. It made my heart feel good and at peace and at calm. And then voila, there you go. Married with 4 children at that time. So it's going to show you what I'm saying is that it goes to show you the power of feeling good and healthy, to where it can help you make decisions that at the time seems to be healthy because you feel so good, because that individual makes you feel good about yourself, or just helps you to distress your mind. You'll wind up changing your whole life for them. Now, granted, that didn't work out after 13 years of trying, praying and trying and doing everything that I'd been taught to do. But what brought in the major, outside of religion, that brought in the major upset with this, you all, and I can say this because we're at the place now, after the passing of my daughter, where I can speak this and use it as a testimony. So don't worry, it's all good. Let's say, what was the downfall? When did you start praying, Father, get me out of this if this person is not going to be healthy mentally? Get me out of this if I'm going to have to go through some abuse. Get me out of this. Where did it fall? In the health. Started mentally, with the cares of life, the stress of everything. But I noticed the decline also in how we ate. All of a sudden, more ding dongs were being eaten. All of a sudden, the drugs were being tried. Prescription drugs were being tried. All of a sudden, eating more late at night and snacking and laughing at Martin Lawrence at the time. All of that became an excess because now the sugar, all that sugar from the soda pop, all of that was taking over. It was taking over his mind and his body. And to this day, 20-something years later, we have to have the conversation because, as you know, you have children. And if you're a decent person that you love people in general, like I've been raised to do so, like the heart that God has given me, you still don't want to see anyone that you shared your life with or anyone that's been close and near and dear to you. You can't have this information and be given this knowledge and you not try to share it with them, because that's what we're in this business for. That's why we do this ministry. That's why I do this. It's because I want to see our people healthy, healed, and well. And so finally, I was able to say that it's this year. Offer again. Do you want, given now what has happened to your body, your temple, given now the amount of stress of losing our daughter, and given now all of this chaos is going on, now are you willing to try something natural, something healthy that God had originally gave us to live by, to live a more healthier life, so that we could have the energy? Because reading scriptures is good, but if that was just it, then why come everybody that's told the Bible, or everybody that has a Quran? Yeah, I'm going there, y'all. I'm going there on Wellness Wednesday. We're still on Wellness Wednesday because you got to be well in the mind first and well in the spirit in order to be able to even know how to take care of the body. I'm a firm believer of that, and I'm not changing that. I don't care what nobody write about. I do not care how many articles come out trying to prove it wrong, because I know what I've dealt with. I see what I've been dealing with for almost 30 years now with our people. And y'all have seen it too. I ain't got to prove this to you all. But people, it's no different. Hey, there's Sister Star. It's no different from if a person is alcoholic. Remember, the scripture says if we want to go there, a little wine, said a little. It's good for the stomach's sake. It helps calm and soothe the stomach. It'll help you to eliminate. But because we got so many people that say, hey, this is good. Hey, I got a little buzz. I'm going to overdo this wine and I'm going to get drunk. I'm going to go ahead and get tipsy so I can go ahead and act me a whole fool. I'm going to get unsober today. And they going to do like what y'all done heard. Come on now, don't get too holy on me, some of y'all. They going to do exactly what Jamie Foxx was doing. Blame it on the juice. Well, I ain't blaming it on the juice. I'm blaming it on us that got the juice. That's overdoing it with the juice. And I'm telling you now, a lot of us is overdoing it now, even with juicing. Yo, you need your jaw muscles to. It's the reason why I gave us bones as teeth. Why y'all think I got mine straightened? That exercises your temple. When you're chewing, they got us so lazy, y'all, and so messed up in the head with the taste bud now, with all them chemicals. We don't even want to chew no more. They say 33 times, but with this artificial bubble gum, mucus filled crap that they giving us now, yeah, I call it crap. You tired of chewing. You just want to swallow it whole, and that causes constipation. And now you wonder why come it tastes good, but now I'm constipated and I got a headache, and now my blood pressure up, and now my sugar levels up. Oh, wait a minute. Now I'm starting to get a little blurred vision. We in Wellness Wednesday, you all like, share. This is the reason why. And so I'm going back, piggyback right now. You can say, I'm not in no position. Now I'm being told that, look, I'm not in no position to turn down anything right now. Matter of fact, I done invested in some healthy things. I say, hallelujah. Hallelujah. Because our family can't take no more unnecessary debts. You can't take no more that's not given by God. I know he's the author and the finisher of everything. But I do believe that what we do, he has given us, he said, these things ye shall do and greater. You don't believe in that? Oh, well, you got to take that up between you and whoever you believe in. But that's me. And what I have to share with you all is that I do believe that we can do greater. We see it every time when we do. But you got to think that first. You got to believe that. You got to receive that so you can achieve that. Make that a goal. Make it a goal. Oh, where Dr. Shell said, why am I going through cleaning out this juicer when I could just chew this apple? I ain't got to go to work right away. I ain't got nothing else to do. I'm on my break. Let me rinse this thing off and chew this apple so I can get my jaw muscles working here, so that my temple, so I can de-stress myself some here. Let me chew it into liquid form instead of putting it in that blender. Now, am I saying y'all should never juice? No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it at all. There comes a time with the way, that's what I'm saying. It comes a time when, if you know you have a hectic schedule, you're in your job. I'm not telling nobody to go throw their job away. You know what? Dr. Chef said, go ahead and I'm going to quit this job because I ain't got time to chew my apple. No, you need your job to be able to afford to be able to buy your apple, unless you got an apple tree. Told y'all, you got to think with some common sense here. But y'all be surprised how radical some of this stuff is getting, because some of us got this spirit of fear over us because of what we're reading and what we're seeing out here now, and how they're taking over the land and how they're doing what they're doing that is causing people mental distress. And I know I even have some natural health and wellness people that's working in this field that are lost. I'm going to leave that right there. It's loosening, y'all. They're able to help you and tell you what you need to be doing, but they can't even stick to it themselves. And no, that doesn't mean I'm saying that they're supposed to be perfect at it. But you need to be practicing what you preach. At least I give me that. Everybody hollering that 80-20 rule. Then you better be on that 80-20 rule then. Because eventually it's going to catch up with you, just like it did with Dr. Odd. I didn't call him Dr. Oz on purpose. I call him Dr. ODD. Just like it happened with him. All this mixture. I knew it when it was going to happen, because I'm saying, like, he all over the place. He got everything going on. He's one minute he telling him to do lemon fast, the next minute he telling him, no, get the injection. The next minute he's saying, don't do it. And yeah, he all over the place. And before you know it, get the report. They're not suffering a heart attack. I'm like, Dug a little deeper, found out some more stuff. I'm like, oh, okay. You got some craziness going on here. You got some mental dysfunctioning going on here. Yeah, I said it. Was it any good information that was provided? Yes, it was. But you got to learn how to, what they used to say, you got to know how to take the meat out of the bone, as they say. I hate to use that term, or you got to know how to take the good from out of the bad. You got to learn how to make sense out of some nonsense. And the only way we can do that is by being healthy-minded and asking God to help us with that spirit, because a lot of these foods and a lot of these addictions and these chemicals and these prescription drugs, all of them are coming with some type of side effect. They need to call it an inside effect instead of side effect. So even that right there, it's not even on the side, it's on the inside. I'm start calling the inside effect. Y'all know I am becoming queen of formulating my own language, because I need for it to make sense to you all. I need for you to see it for exactly what it is. It's not on the side. I think that's what some of us are missing it. You read the label, oh, it may cause cancer, may cause death, may cause vomiting, may cause heartburn, may cause the major one that I come across that I cannot believe. And y'all have heard people say it. You're thinking it yourself. But the one I can't get over is the one where the drug can be, a prescription drug can be provided, and you see may cause death. Please consult your physician if you have any of these symptoms. Yeah, y'all know. I mean, look, I gotta express this now. Y'all gotta give me this moment to express this. How am I supposed to? How about I take you here, y'all? When y'all see may cause death. Hold on. I know, right? Come on now, y'all. Come on. I said, wait a minute. Make this make sense to me. How am I supposed to consult my physician if it may cause death if I'm dead? Y'all know I had to take a break on that one. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell at y'all. I didn't mean to scare anybody. If there's any babies laying off in the corner, please rub the little back. And, because I'm sorry if anybody having hearing problems and I yelled in your ear. My apologies. I'm like, golly. I can't even be professional on this, y'all. I told y'all I'm about the. I put it in the caption sometime. You're going to get this health and wellness knowledge from a down to earth, simple, practical way. I'm not going to give y'all all this medical jargon just to sound intelligent. I wouldn't be here if God didn't give me some. Come on, y'all. I mean, is that ridiculous? That is funny. I'm like, come on, have we really thought about it? How you gonna consult your physician if you dead? Or you got or may cause constant diarrhea. You're not getting in the car if you constantly running off. You the last thing you think about is a phone. You in and out off the toilet stool. Now you're just frustrated. How about the part may cause stress? That's stressful. You go in from one problem and they give you 10 other problems. They give you something that this is when it started. It registered. It didn't matter that I had graduated out of nursing school, straight A's. It didn't matter that I wound up doing business and made $1 million bucks. It didn't matter. I'm constantly going right back to The fact that when they first presented epilepsy medication to my daughter, and at the time, I think it was the Depakine. It was called Depakine, Depakote. They changed the name of it to try to switch it up, but they wind up, the Holy Spirit just wind up just putting them in saying, as I touched it, I looked at it and some said, this is on recall. Mind you, I hadn't watched no news channel, no nothing. And this is another reason why, y'all, why your adversary and your enemy out here do not want you to be healthy. I say it all the time. I mean, and I'm going to keep on saying it till get through some of our skulls, thick skulls, till you hear it. Because they know your senses that we have, and we got more than 6 senses, y'all. Stop believing that lie from the pit. You got hundreds, thousands of senses. But you've been desensitized through the chemicals and through the drugs and through the pharmacia industry has killed off those senses, those nervous systems that tells you, those cells that communicate, say, ding, 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 ding. It's like an alarm going off because somebody done walked too close to the car. And we say, oh, wow, they got a good alarm system. Apply that to how you think when your mind or when your sense of smell can pick up, or when there's a vision that pops up in the head, or you hear that sound of voice, say, wait a minute, something ain't right with this. Well, when they give you artificial chemicals, that's the first thing they do is affect the brain. No, it don't make the hand twitch right away. No, you start getting a little delusional in your head. You wait a minute, start getting a little lightheaded. So mind you, at the time I had a daughter that was, Jay had, she was having up anywhere between 50 to 100 seizures a day, where she just bloop, she just fall off, just drop. Not convulsions, she just drop, and then she just come right back up. Can you imagine that? I'm just sitting there like, my Jesus. I'm like, God. And each time I'm being the mama, I'm trying to catch. Ooh, it didn't matter where she was in the house, to the point to where I started getting trained. I became fit. Honestly, I was able to stay fit after having 4 children, truth be told, because I'm doing crunches trying to catch that child. I'm running like, I'm all over the place. Sometimes I was literally playing softball, baseball. I'm diving in the floor trying to catch her. I'm diving trying to make sure she don't hit her face or bust her lip. Yeah, you never know what a person is going through, y'all. Come on now. That's why I share this with you all. This is surreal for me. And I did that. I did that all these years because it never stopped. Once I got through that phase, when she was going through that phase for years, while I'm doing the research, while I'm trying to listen to the voice of the Most High, while I'm trying to get all this information, it took me a good strong 10 years just to do research on the mind, you all. That's why I stay here. That's how I wind up finding out, oh, everything stores in this mind. Oh, but this scripture too. Whatsoever man thinketh, so is he. But if somebody mess up the way you think by giving you a drug, by injecting your child with chemicals, then that mind cannot function right. It's going to crash, or it's going to do something like what we call crazy. Why did that child just do that? That child's up in there. That child just finna walk right in front of that car. They don't see that car coming. So go get that child. Why is that boy over there picking with that thing? What's wrong with him? Why is he making that noise? Mind gone. You done gave him all that artificial sugar. The boy don't know where he coming left or right. He running all around the way, like running track. For 5 minutes, he can't sit down for a second. And you getting tired seeing him run. You go to sleep seeing that baby run because like you just keep crossing my mind. You just keep running through my mind. It started with the sugar, y'all. It's more, so now there's a place, y'all, where they're not even trying to treat the side effects, y'all, because the side effects is what gets you back in there to get some more subscription drugs. Now you just made them $1 million more. Why would I stop you? And that's my job, for coming through there and you helping me to live a better life. Just think about it. We can justify that. They can easily justify that. Y'all know how we are as people. I can justify that myself. Well, I gotta keep my lights on. If you don't have a high conscience about it, well, it's not my fault that they sick. They should take better care of themselves. I'm telling you, I've heard it. I've heard it. I've heard it from the doctors. I've heard it from some nurses. I've heard it. You see it in the action, in the attitude. They just come out like you just a piece of paper. Just so how you feeling today? Yeah, open your mouth, open your ears, same routine. Hit your knee. So yeah, I think I'll go ahead and prescribe you about. We'll update about 10 more. Well, we got this new drug thing that you can have. Yeah. So how your heart and your blood pressure still high, you know. I know it said it on your instructions. It said it on the back of the instructions. It said it. That it may cause dizziness. It may cause blood clots. It may cause migraines. At some point, you all, we have to wake up. As they say, and smell the coffee. In this case, we need to drink it so that you can unconstipate your mind and your body. No, I'm not promoting caffeinated coffee, y'all. So let me take that out of there. Organic decaf if you're going to go that route. But now they got coffee enemas too that you could take to not be constipated. But I prefer teas instead. This is more in the line of the herbs that helps to heal the body. The herbs, that's for the healing of the body. But come on, y'all. This is why I do this, because I still hear it. I realize that most of what I deal with, not from particularly from you all that's tuning in, but from others. I'm dealing with drug addicts. And so I became a certified drug counselor. I'm in a place where here in St. Louis, Missouri, where you can walk, where I can walk literally, well, I can drive just 5 minutes up the road, and somebody is sprung out on fentanyl, and they clunked over. You're just out their mind. They're off their mind. They're looking up. You see, they're trying to fight, trying to weigh somebody down to help them. Some of them just out like a light. You think they're dead. And if you pass by there a couple of more times and ain't nobody that got them or they haven't moved 9 times 10, they will be dead in a little bit. We talking about fentanyl. You know, the thing that they were trying to cover up with, you know what? Misery Clinton. Can I call it that? That was trying to be covered up when they started investigating Obama, which is not your mama. It's so much, you all. We are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. We are. We are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. We have to watch what we support. We got to watch what we try. We are a peculiar people. If you're tuned in today, that means that you're listening, you're liking, you're sharing. I know that means that your mind is already there. You're not just trying to see what type of head wrap I got on today. I know better than that. You're trying to tune in to the Spirit of God that's leading me to say to you something that can help break that curse. That mentality of making us think that we can treat God's temple and, more importantly, the mind any kind of way and expect to live a more prosperous and healthier life. That was his perfect will, y'all. It is the perfect will. That is the order of nature. Nature is here. When you take in garden and you spray your garden and you have positioned it in a way where where you can get sun, you get the most beautiful is the garden. When it rains, when it needs to rain, you get nourished. So how do you figure it'll be different for us if we come from the earth? When you drink water, how you feel if you're dehydrated? Try not have no water for a whole day or two. No juice either, because that's water. Mostly, almost all your fruits is mostly water. Try not eating it. You say, I'm on a fast today. Your lips going to get all dried up. Skin going to be all dry. Your energy going to start getting drained. And by the time the third day come, that's when the body goes into its full blood cleanse. It's called a cycle, y'all, the cycle of life. Y'all don't know about that. That's why the 3-day fast was so important. And it starts trying to regenerate itself through you breathing, through the oxygen. And now starting to utilize anything that's coming from the food that you had on that abdominal, on that 20 feet long, a long intestine that's lodged in the belly, as we call it the belly, but it's the abdominal or underneath the abdominal. And now the body starts to try to get nourishment from that, just so you can walk, just so you can talk, just so you can see, just so you can think. And this is the reason why you can't, most people, it's safe to say 99% of you can't fast past 30 to 40 days without your body starting to become deficient. Start to get wither away. Now all of a sudden, even a humongous person that has the most toxic waste holding it, the body, the flesh starts eating, those parasites start eating off of each other just to try to keep the body alive, because they don't want to die either. They want to multiply, and they already have. So if you see that happening in nature, or if you see that happening even with a tree, or you go into an area and you notice they don't get much rain, you see there's not much sun, and you notice that nothing's seen green, nothing is colorful, nothing is just like you see in the inner cities or what we call in the poor neighborhoods. Even the paint on the houses is starting to get dull because it got too much lead in it that's killing off the natural colors, the colors that's in it. Then how much more do you think that this happens to us internally? More importantly, within the mind. This is the reason why I'm coming out this week. You all want to. That leads me right into. I'm thank you all for your support, and all praises be to God first. That I have a mental boost that's coming out. It will be in this week. And so you all want to, and it did cost a nice, good, pretty penny to get this beautiful elixir together for enhancing the mind. Those of you all that's tired of thinking, those of you all that need a little bit more brain juice, I got it coming. It will be $50 because it's not cheap. Everything I get is non-GMO, organic, is of the highest quality. Because now y'all see how much I talk about the power of the mind and how it's a terrible thing to waste. But it's most definitely, the mind is a devil's workshop. And if you don't mind it, this internet and these satanic things that's out here will mind you. And it will take you out of here. You will lose the mind of God. You will lose your healthy mindset. Let's focus on having this Wellness Wednesday. I want us all to focus on it. And I also have another one coming out this week called Attention. And it too will be $50 for it. Cost me a pretty penny. Everything has had to ship, you all, because of the season that we're in. I try to keep the prices as low as I could, but as you all know, this is a business still, and I do have to be able to have enough to be able to give the orders to keep up with the supply and demand, because they are in a place to where, hey there, oh my God, Sister Paula, good to see you, I'm there. Not yet. I'm working on the website because I wanted to be careful. I wanted to make sure I could keep up with the supply and demand of what I have, because I knew that my people knew that I would not give them any type of artificial junk. And so right now, you can only get it through calling in to the 618-388-8100 number, or you can email me at Dr. Chef, Health and Wellness, gmail.com, and you place your order that way. They will be in containers. I do have the chlorophyll, which lead me to the chlorophyll, you all. This is good for mental clarity as well. I shared it with you. They are for, look, I had to. I'm in that place. I didn't like it. Y'all know I don't, because I talk about not wanting things to be too expensive. However, I will set up payment plans is what I'm willing to do with any of those that are on fixed income that earnestly can't. And no, I'm not worried about anybody getting over on me because someone said that, well, Dr. Shelf, if you wind up taking and doing that, you know, people, they'll make a payment, get your stuff, and they won't pay you. I said, I'm not worried about that. That'll be between them and God. I'm not the one that you want to do that with. That's all I can say about that. And I can say that with much confidence. And I don't think that any that I can tell that's tuning in have a heart that even would want to do it. I trust the spirit of the Most High that's in me. That you all know when I say it's good, it's good. Can I get the show of testimonies to anybody that's not ordered anything that see how potent and how well this is? And then I have the elderberry coming in. That would be 40. That's the highest potent. You would not have to do a whole syringe of my elderberry. It'll be about 2 or 3 drops you could take, and you're going to feel the difference. That's how potent it is. So that would be $40 for the elderberry. I also have the colloidal silver. Now I can keep this at least 30 because they don't charge me as much as they do to put my Dr. Chef colloidal silver together. They don't. They are getting hit according to them. And no, I can't have them to send me receipts and all that. They are a major enough company, but at the same time, they have to be careful as well because they said, thank God they have enough revenue to where they're able to fight up against big you know who. Notice y'all don't hear anything about the FDA much no more. Notice that? It used to be worried about how, well, what's the FDA? If it's FDA approved, is the FDA approved? Is the FDA approved? If it's FDA approved? You saying that to me. I'll be honest. I'm going to tell y'all right now. Did you say that to me? I'm going to say, you mean it's a Satan approved? And I'm going to tell you, oh, I so thank God it's not. If you don't trust it, then by all means, there's some other folks out there that you can get yours from. And I promise you, it won't hurt my feelings. That's where I'm at with this industry and with the major deceit of all of this artificial stuff that's out here now that's killing off our people. That's where I'm at with this. I just showed you what happened. It locked into me when I had to deal with my daughter all those years, 24 years of trying to make sure that nothing came back from the immunization shots, all of those side effects. That for the drug that I did try to allow them to try when it first hit the surface, before I was able to get in depth with this, all the side effects that came from that, and cleansing out her gut, cleansing out her system, making sure just making through the power of prayer, but also through giving her healthy foods and drinks, stripping away as much as I could, to get her temple to where she could run some, where she can walk and better, because they said she wouldn't be able to do nothing. She won't be able to think straight. She won't be able to talk. She won't be able to walk. She won't this, she won't that. And what she left out of here saying more than anything was hallelujah. She never took away her. God did not allow anything to take away my daughter's praise. And for that, I thank God for that. So that's why I encourage you all. That's the reason why this could never just be about herbs and medication. The real medicine foods of God. I'm telling you what got me through it. I'm sharing with you what got me through it, because I get asked that question all the time. Dr. Chef, how can you take that? You're going through divorce. You're going through this. You lost your child. You lost your mom. You did this. You lost it. La, 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 la. I'm starting saying la, 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 la. You lost. No, actually, I gained a whole lot more. I actually gained a whole lot more, because I believe that that's what happens when you're willing to, when you put in the work, and when you trust God. Some of y'all say, trust my creator. What are you trusting? And it need to not just be yourself, especially if it's your sick self. You better put your trust in something higher than you, because we see what happens when we only put our trust in ourselves. It is true that in this flesh really don't really dwell no good thing. It's true. It don't. It's the reason why you got to cleanse with the colon cleanse. The colon cleanse, by the way, you all still $40 for your monthly supply. You get 2 bags of these to cleanse that colon. Get rid of those parasites. Get rid of that excess amount of toxic fluid and toxic waste. Get rid of that toxic pharmaceutical drugs that's causing all of these side effects to where you got to sit back and be thinking twice when something is on there saying that may cause death, and you sit back here telling myself, but yeah, consult your physician if this side effects take place, or if you notice any of this. If you dizzy, you got a headache. I'm gonna say it again. If you dizzy, you got a headache, and you almost dead, then you can't call no physician. Who you calling on? Your news. Your physician most definitely gonna be God then. You gonna call on Jesus like grandmama and them did. Oh, Jesus, Lord, help me. Father, Jesus, I feel like I'm about to die. That's what you're gonna be calling on. You gotta learn that, because they say you're gonna learn today who the real physician is, and then you're gonna find out that physician put it in you to be able to heal your own body. He designed it to heal itself. Shut it down. You won't be taking nothing else. Y'all, come on now, y'all. We all been there. Well, not all, but some have. And if you haven't been through it yourself, you saw some of your family, friends, and loved ones go through it. To me, it's time out. The day that you hear my voice, harden not your heart. Meaning, don't close your mind. It's not your heart closing itself. Like, wait a minute, how my heart? It said harden not your heart. Your heart is connected to your mind, y'all. Let that brain, let a blood vessel pop. It eventually trickle down to the heart. Everything stops. If they don't catch it in enough time to seal it in surgery, and most time they don't, and they hit a main artery, it's a wrap. You have a massive heart attack and they don't get you in enough time to resuscitate you, it's a wrap. I just got to tell it to y'all like it is. So, and CMOS, the CMOS now, y'all, $40. I had to. It's $40 with the colon cleanse now, because this is your 92 minerals that the body is going to need. And it's the organic. No traces of radiation that we have found that's been used. No bad testimony is back from nobody. Sandra, back him up. That is going to need to restore itself, to regenerate itself. The moringa, those of y'all that like to be cute like I do sometimes, when I want to take my pinky finger up and put my little tea, but we don't do that no more now. Now I had to get my little ugly mug that some people might consider ugly. I sure did. I went old fashioned. I didn't care. It's ceramic. And at least I got a top. Most of y'all got on top, and it's a tea steeper in there. And I put 1 tablespoon of this moringa. And what does happen with this? 30. It's 30 for the moringa now, you all. It's high in antioxidants. Help to normalize blood sugar. All our diabetics in the house, or that family members that you have. It's good with reducing inflammation. Excellent with that. Good for hair growth. You all want more hair. Good for wrinkles. I always get comments like, "Michelle, you don't look like you're 48." And that's what I asked them real nicely. What does 48 look like? Please tell me. Especially when we all grew up hearing that, oh, black don't crack. But now it's starting to crack, y'all, because people have been smoking crack. You are what you eat. You become what you eat. You thought about, I want to go get some crack. Now you start to crack it. I heard somebody say now it's done gotten so bad with the drug fentanyl and all these other extra prescription drugs and all these different high blood pressure and all these different insulins with all these different side effects that come from that. And now people saying, bring back the crackheads. Excuse my French. I'm not saying that to make fun of anybody. Because they say, because at least the crackheads, you know, they had a lot of energy and they could do some things as long as you as long as you ain't have one that'll rob you blind. Didn't get hit by a car, they get right back up, they going again. Like the little kids that's running around, you know, like, boy, where y'all the energy from? That baby just gonna keep on running. And like you gave them a load of aspartame that's inside of that lollipop. That's inside all that candy with all that high fructose corn syrup. Their brains on speed. Literally speed. And what we start doing, we get so comfortable with that, we start saying, look, I felt like, I felt that. I felt like Kermit the Frog when I did. Remember on Sesame Street? God knows I ain't nobody's puppet. Hallelujah. that baby, and then we done gotten so used to it, y'all. Y'all tell the truth. It got to my son, oh, that baby having a good old time. No, that baby is just high on high fructose corn syrup. And gave that baby so much candy, and now here come Halloween. That baby can't calm down. And then I just can't stand. It hurts me to my heart now, y'all. It hurts me to my heart. It do. We sit there and then we see the young mothers. I hate that. I'm not talking about because some of the older ones are doing it too. Some of the more mature mothers doing it too. You give that baby all that candy and all that juice, and then you get mad and want to pop them because they can't sit down. Something wrong with you too. I ain't talking about you. I'm telling yourself about you. That baby can't sit down. He's on high on aspartame. You just gave him all that fruit juice and candy too, and artificial chemicals. He can't sit down. She can't. No more than the drug addict can stop themselves and walk around there like a zombie. The baby can't. You're not supposed to spank them because of that. You're supposed to let them cry it out. And say, no, baby, it's too late for you to be trying to eat this. No, I'm finna go get you some fruit. Them have that natural energy. Don't worry, it will wear down. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I hit them little stepsons when they was doing it. I mean, them jokers, it was nonstop. The time they got on their fruits, it was a wrap. One used to walk real slow. And I said, yeah, that baby got to get some more antioxidants in them. And mommy got that antioxidant in him. He wasn't moving like no old man no more. Mommy got them fruits in him. He wasn't moving like no old man no more. But the most important thing is that they was able to still hear some instructions. They were still able to be trained at the time. Pray for them, you all. Some of you all know what I'm talking about. Much prayer. And so, y'all, we have to learn how to do better. We have to think. We have to think enough of our health and wellness and our well-being to seek God's face. Those y'all, I know somebody talking about I don't believe in God. I don't believe. That's not a conversation you got to even have with me. You're not even gonna get an argument out of me. Because see, I lived here now enough to know that even if you don't, it's gonna come a time where you will be made a believer one way or the other. And if not, then that's gonna be between you and the God that we serve. So I have a debate with people that say they don't believe in God. I don't believe in Jesus. I don't believe, I don't believe in this. I don't believe in that. I don't believe. Your unbelief. You don't believe fat meat greasy. You don't believe in eating healthy either, do you? You don't believe in doing right by your body either, do you? A lot of stuff you don't believe. You don't believe that they really trying to take you out, that you do got an enemy here. You don't believe that either, do you? Well, I tell people, okay, I pray for you because you're going to take that unbelief to your grave. That's between you and your unbelief. I'm only speaking to believers. At this point, I'm only speaking to believers and those who are willing to be influenced to or persuaded to believe enough to do right by the temple that God has given you. Enough to do right by the mind, that this mind be in you, which was also in Christ. What mind is that? A good mind. Whatsoever thing is loving, whatsoever thing is kind, whatsoever thing is just. I'm all in Philippians, y'all. Do a little homework. Chapter 4. It will keep you in perfect peace. It really will. Y'all ask me, how did I lose my mind when your mama was gone? How did you not do that? And your baby. I keep going back to it because that's my greatest example. That's my greatest testimony. I started thinking about God. I started thinking about why he placed me here. I started thinking about, wait a minute, you say you knew me before I entered into my mother's womb. What did you know about me? What is it that you had me to do? What do you want me to still do? Why did you leave me here? Why do I still have breath in my body? Yeah, I went into like a little 2-year-old. I started asking questions. Why? What do you need me to do? What do you know? See, life got a way of bringing you to a place to where you still got to go ahead and remember that you are a child of somebody. You still a child of God. And it's still a work for us to do. The harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few. I am one of the few laborers in this thing called the gospel of health and wellness. And we cannot get around it. I'm going to say it again, y'all. If y'all ain't heard it from nobody else, just eating your fruits and berries is not good enough. You better get before your face and pray and ask God to help your whole soul, mind, body, and spirit. We got to, y'all, because that's what it's going to take at such a time as this. We're getting closer and closer to this war. Don't start stressing, y'all. I just told you what to do. You got to pray. You got to pray to make it today. You got to pray for guidance, wisdom. I hear a lot of people always saying, Lord, thank you so much for your wisdom. Thank you so much for that. I didn't get that. Ain't my wisdom. You can say, thank God for your wisdom. And that ain't mine. I didn't create this. I'm just merely repeating what I've been taught. Yeah. I don't have no desire to have that kind of glory. It said a woman's hair would be her glory. I got hair on my head. My hair's still black. I get enough glory from people realizing that I'm almost close to 50 and I don't have no grays in my hair. And they asked me, I had people that's been close to my life real fascinated by that. And I'm like, only thing that I can contribute it to, because I've always had black hair, black cold hair. Only thing I can contribute it to is the fact, or me not aging, as they say. Right? All I can contribute to, I'm going to be honest with you all, because I wasn't practicing eating healthy all my life. I ate what everybody else was eating. I just couldn't eat as much of it. But I ate it. I got sick like everybody else. Migraines, horrible cramps, cold hand, sickle cell anemia trait, anemia, bad breath, vision blurry, nervous system all the way off. I'm running around because I'm eating, because I got to have me a candy bar. So I'm running around like a crackhead. Didn't even know at the time that aspartame was in it, the number one ingredient that causes you to go KY, to give you all that boost of energy, then cause you to crash. So I'm telling you, when I first started dealing with all this, 20 plus years ago, when I started to recognize it, there is something in this food, there's something in this water, it's something. The only thing I had that was able to help me to have strength to go through was I prayed to God. I can't get around it, y'all. That is my foundation. That's what I'm sharing with you. And the Holy Spirit led me to it. God, some of y'all call third eye, you don't know who rock. You call it what you will, but it ain't you. Well, if it's in you, you know, we are the church. We. Well, if you all of that in a bag of chips and some fruits too, then why come you ain't Superman and Superwoman now? If you got this all down pat, why come we ain't healing everybody, just touching like they used to do? Why come we just ain't touching and people just heal? You ain't got to eat no fruits, no nothing, just heal. No cancer. Where them people at? I'm waiting. See, I grew up in an area where our people was powerful enough to where they can lay hands and people be healed. Go back to their satanic doctor. And the doctors are stretching their heads. I don't know what happened, but we don't see nothing. We can't find the tumor no more. Where them people at? I don't know about y'all, but I'm striving to be one of them people. I'm striving for that kind of perfection. Because, see, I had that gift. But as I start getting boggled down with life, start getting boggled down with fighting, going to, you know, trying to be a rebel, not trying, and literally standing my ground on what you're not going to inject my child with, what you're not going to give my husband, what you're not going to sicken me. No. I was saying no, like the campaign back in the day, just say no to drugs. This does not work. God said, come before my face again. I'm going to give you the answer. So I prayed and I cried and I prayed and I cried and I prayed and I cried and I prayed and God, and I think he started to bottle up my tears. I started to get it that no, your nursing, anything you learned in nursing school wasn't going to prepare you for this. You ain't got the answer. I don't care who they voted to be most likely to become a doctor. I don't care about how many degrees you can get. I don't care how smart you is and how you challenge those professors. At the end of the day, my child, you got to come back my way. I created all this. I'm the master teacher. I'm the ruler of this world. And if you think about it, every so-called great leader that we have, even throughout history, all of them had some type of spiritual. They always gave their credit to a divine power. And what you see is those who gave the praise and the glory to themselves and start calling themselves the God. You saw them sift that sweet. You saw them wither away. I love the bravery of Muhammad Ali, y'all. I do. I got a guy brother right now that met him personally, run him, he boxed, he did everything. Good brother. Him and his wife, beautiful people. I love them to life. I support everything that they do for the youth. But to say that I am all this puffed up and all this proud, and what happened? He leave out of here with Parkinson's disease. Barely can talk now because he went against some wisdom that was imparted to him from God. Yes, that told him to stop when he was supposed to stop because the pressure to that brain, that head, all them blows was causing blood clots. So while he hollering, I am the greatest, I am the greatest, I am God, they taxing up that mind. He getting his brains beat. And that last fight, he lost. When he was supposed to be seeking God's face, he was supposed to be listening to his elders that told him, look, your body has taken enough and your brains have taken enough blows. You're not healthy enough. You need to eat your 1 meal a day. You need to fast. You need to pray that God lead and guide you. No, he had to have that attention. He had to have that glory. We loved his charisma. We loved how most of us loved just how jolly he seemed and how it just seemed like it was just a thing for him to do. I know I did. I ain't finna lie to y'all. I did. Oh yeah, the Mama Ali. You love that he was a black man. But did you know his lifestyle? I'm not speaking bad against him. I'm just saying this. We can use this as an example, y'all. Because we live in a time where we actually will put man and woman on a pedestal that only belongs to God. And that's not what we're supposed to be doing. So for all us that's one around here, just because I say shalom, yes, I mean peace to you, but that don't mean that I think for 1 second that I'm part of the child of Israel tribe that's going to go bucking up against God and asking him for a king pharaoh. We got enough pharaohs in the land now, and you see what they're doing to us. I'm not stupid enough to ask for another man in their flesh to rise up to lead me nowhere. I think I done proven that. Need I say anymore? So I don't want y'all to fall into that trap either. Don't. Everything that's presented is not what it is. It's said in these last days that the people would be drawn away from strong illusions, what something looks like that it's not. I ain't got to convince you just because you're not hearing my face that I don't have makeup on. All I got to do is just do like you. Because if it's some makeup that I can take and I can rub my whole face with, and it don't come off on my hand, then I want to know what that makeup is too. But now you know. It wasn't no trick of the camera. When I had my mansion, I showed it to you all. You all knew I wasn't trying to hide nothing. I heard the voice say, give it up. Let it go. You know what's not right. You know what you got to clean house for. You know what you got to do. You know what I told you to do concerning my people. You know what I told you to do with the money. I'm talking about myself, y'all. You know what I told you to give up. You know that I gave you a gift and a teaching and an ability, and then I told you that if at any time anybody come along and try to persuade you to do this in any kind of crooked, mischievous, any kind of way, that you got to let it go. And you're going to be tried with that, you all, when you're talking about you want to do something in spirit and in truth. That means that you have to be honest, even when it hurts. But what is it really truly hurting? Because it said the truth will set you free. It means it set the minds free. It set the captives free. It means it set your mind free. It means no more stress and no more false humility. Stress is the number one killer of our people. And when you lie on top of lies and you try to live a manipulative type of way, and you don't practice what you teach, not even 80% of the way, it's going to cause you to lose your mind. And before you know, you're going to be all over this place. Yeah, you can have the gift, because it said the gift is without repentance, meaning that you can have an ability, but that it doesn't mean that your heart is right. No matter how much you give lip service, that thing will be felt. And those who are chosen will know it when they see it and when they hear it and when they feel it. You won't be deceived at all. This is the reason why Satan had to get to people like myself and you all that's going through these different tests and trials and going through these different type of sicknesses and these different type of ailments. He got to get you when you're weak. I know it's how he got me. But see, thank God I knew the antidote. The first antidote and the first foundation was prayer. I learned that as a child. You got to pray. Lord, if what I have gotten myself into, if I got blindsided while I was weak, while I was deficient spiritually and mentally, while I was overworking myself, trying to do a good work, then give me mental clarity so I can get myself out of this. See, some of us are afraid to go that route. Some of us know that if you get healthy enough, that God will reveal to you exactly what you're supposed to be doing. You will have to let go some things. You will have to walk away from anything that Satan has presented to you. You will. But that's the only way you can grow to be what God has called you to be. And no, everybody don't have to be a minister or a preacher or a teacher. And no, your quest may just be looking over the young people. It may be just cultivating the land. It could be that you are a scientist, but you're not one that's trying to destroy God's people. We got many different gifts and abilities that God has given us, but you will never get there being sick in the mind and the spirit and in your body. That's how I'm able to be here before you all at this time. And that's no glory to me. That's no glory of mine at all. I dare to take that. Matter of fact, I don't dare. I'm just not. See how I can surpass all of these products? Y'all got to call in. I told y'all call in or via text 618-388-8100. This was just part of it. Eating my fruits is part of it. It's part of the three foundations. You need all three of those foundations, you all. Everything, there's an order. You need it. I'm not saying that you do not need it. Or else I would not be having this. I would not be spending all God has given me on this. I would have me another nice home by now, you all. I wanted to keep my Lexus. He said, no, trade and get the truck so you can have your products for it. Yeah, I ain't playing. I didn't take not a dime away from the ministry. Not nothing. Then walk away with nothing. He said, no, get the truck. So here I go, my little dainty self. Little BL self. Got a used truck. Did y'all hear me? I got a used truck. Did I say that right? Said, now get the truck, put the products on there, put the money, put it into the products, give it to the people. Don't overcharge them. You're going to figure this thing out because I put it in you to figure it out. I gave you a healthier mind and a healthier spirit and a heart to love the people enough to know how to do this. So whom much is given, much is required. And we think that only applies to money. No, that That applies to how much love is given, much good godly common sense that has been given. It is required for us to give it back, to help the feeble-minded, to help the sick, to help the fatherless children, to help the widow. If the widow husband is gone and she cannot get back on her feet enough time, and she calls in and she said, I'm going through distress. I have nothing yet. I don't have anything yet. It's taken me a long time. They won't give me no assistance. They won't give me that. I am not to turn the widow away. I am to help her. I must come there and look at, well, you know what, this be $40 and then be $50 and then be $60. And then I say, you know, you dealing with stress now. And if I can't give her that, then I'm supposed to pray with her. I gotta give her my spirit, that energy of the Ruach, that energy of the Holy Spirit of God. I gotta impart that into her because it was given to me when I needed it. I can't act like I don't know how that works. So if you don't have that in you, I'm telling you now, this is how you get it, y'all. This is how you get it. And I say, don't be greedy. Just don't be a taker and not be a giver. They both, you got to balance. It's a balancing act here. You receive so that you can have something to give. I receive the purchases, the funds of these products so that I can have to be able to give to the people that can make my product so I can be able to give it back to you. And then I take it and I make sure I have just enough now, until he say, well done, my good and faithful servant. Well done, little Felicia Ann. He don't call me Dr. Chef. He don't call me Dr. Hill. He said, well done, daughter. Now I can bless you with more. Because you did right by my people. Even when you had to go through your Job effect. Or as what's felt like one. That's where we all supposed to be. This is how you be help one to another. No, I pray that I told y'all before, I pray that most of us don't have to go through the tests. And sometimes we have to go through them when you're hard-headed and when you're just making impulsive decisions. Sometimes we go through it because you got tired, you got weak, and your adversary caught up with you. But when you know that you know, it's hard to have knowledge. It's hard to have the spirit. It's hard to have people praying for you and Satan just completely sip you a squeak. He promised to protect us, to lead and to guide us, but only if we acknowledge him in all our ways. I'm acknowledging what my testimony is acknowledging him in all my ways, good, bad, and the ugly. And I'm saying that's what you all have to do on Wellness Wednesday. But those who still struggling with eating the right foods, with eating that's healthy, still struggling. I don't know if I should play today. Well, he might not hear me. Well, I just said yesterday. I don't know if you heard. That's why you're supposed to repent daily. That's why you're supposed to say, hey, Father, forgive me. If I said something, if I danced off of Michael Jackson too much, please. I'm like, if I joned on that girl too much, not that I do that, but I'm just saying, if I said that girl's dress was ugly and it really wasn't, you gotta break that thing down, y'all. Whatever your issue is, that's when you can feel good enough about yourself to take care of yourself, you all. That's the key. Whatsoever man thinketh, so is he. What you think, we all like to focus on. You are what you eat. 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 I got tired of that saying, y'all. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm not saying it's not no truth to it. No, you are what you think. Because before you can even think to eat, before you can eat something, you got to think about what you ate. So if you're thinking about that this that I'm about to eat is not good for me, this that I'm about to speak life into is not good for me, it's going to speak death into my life, then that's when you need to speak life then. That's what being well to me means. When I come before you all, then I can present to you some things that can help support you in that area, some things that can kill off some of those demonic activities that's going on that's in your flesh. But you gotta have a mind, you gotta have the ear gates open enough to be able to say, I received that. I received that. Okay, Dr. Chef, I hear you. You've been saying it a lot. I received that. I received that. I get you. I get you. I believe you. I believe you. Yeah, but better yet, let me go ahead and do a little research study to show myself approved under the mighty hand of God. After all, it's your life. All right, y'all. I'm done. Did I miss anything? I love to see you all communicating through the chat. I do. I'm just thankful to see you all. Hey, this is Candy. I'm ready for y'all. Get y'all stuff. How y'all come along? Anybody that's falling off of regiments, I feel glad to say, please call in, text in, let me know. If you don't get me the first time, please be patient with me while I be patient with you. I will get to you. Sister Lauren, because I mixed that, I did overlook that long text that you were sent back in July. I sent you some extra things for that. So you should be happy to receive that this week. I had something left in the stock there. Oh, hey there, Sister Marvin Lundgren. It's good to see you all. Good to see you all. Y'all, I'm hanging in there, y'all. I'm not hanging in there. I'm holding on. And look, I'm like that. I'm holding on until He bless my soul, and He has blessed my soul. So I got to get that back, y'all. All right, y'all. I'm good. Did I go into? Was it 5, 2, 3? Man, I just can't. I can't get around that 2-hour mark. I just can't get around it. Woo! I guess that's it. In like an hour for each time. I don't know. If I did an hour on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, that'll be considered what I'm doing 4 hours a week, which is not too much. It's not, but I'm trying to learn how to break that up, y'all. I mean, y'all pray for me on that one if it's too much. But if it's blessing in you all, and you all isn't, and it has inspired any of you all to want to eat healthy and focus more so on also your spiritual aspect and how your mind is thinking, so that we can make better decision choices and be able to live a more healthier life. Then all praises be the Most High for that. That's what I got to say concerning that. Because honestly, I'm still trying to figure out how to constantly go an hour and a half, 2 hours. Man, I'm like, in the back of my head, I'm thinking, stop. What you go ahead, but stuff just keep flowing up until this time, and then I keep looking, and then I stop, and then there's wisdom. I think that's what God just wants y'all to have. And so that's where I'm at. So yes, the new prices. After this week, I'm going to give to this week, because when I look back over my STRU, this is something for anyone else that's considering business wise, and I felt that I should share it with you all. You don't know until you start buying your products and get an idea of what the feel of what you all want and what you need. It is on you all. You all are the consumers. So I don't know what you all would really truly want. What you all can send in an email and tell me what you all feel that's popular. So I'm feeling led to say that for those who are just tuning in. And then I will see if I'm able to get a good non-GMO potent version of that, then I will. However, for these items, I wouldn't know until after the first 30 days. And as you all know, I'm still in the 30 days because it's only been, about 2 weeks ago, for my liquids that I just got in. I wouldn't know what you all would buy up in within a month or 2 months, a period of time, so that I can be able to get the residual to reinvest back into it. And so I wouldn't know that until this first month had passed. And so now that I know, and in order for me to be able to get the orders before, be able to place another order with what the price is, I have to be able to do that before 30 days is up. So meaning, if I order up certain things like the multi-advanced vitamin mix, y'all weren't planning on that. Y'all went to town, and this was the most expensive. Even though it has the most vitamins and minerals and the most easy and the best tasting out of it all, outside of the B12, still, y'all went through this, and so I wouldn't have never known. If I had known that, I'll be honest, I would have had just invested thousands of dollars into that, into the B, and I would have left this aside. But oh well, you learn, you live and you learn, and it's okay, because now I gotta put that back on Christmas order, just for the record. And it's loaded with all the advanced multivitamins that you had. Even when I took it out of town, I only had like maybe 4 of them left. And so they're telling me in order to put it together, because it costs so much to put it together and all of the different mixes. And I said, by all means, I told them, nope. This is what I told them. And this is where you know that I don't play about the money. Yeah, money is good. It answers all things, and I can pay for it, and I can use it to put towards other products. However, I said, nope, don't rush my stuff. Put all of the natural stuff that you got in there. If I gotta wait till Christmas time to get it again, then that's when we gonna get it. Don't rush me nothing and give me some half with it, and then my people ain't feeling the way, and I'm not feeling the way I need to feel from these potent superfoods and vitamins that's all in here. I want the best. I want the high quality version with no artificial anything in it, and I'm gonna know because somebody's gonna tell me so. Y'all have to say so. And so far, so good. I know you all haven't got finished with the whole month, but as the month go by, after you finish your advanced multi-liquid, for those of you all that did get it, overall, if you all going back to doctors for checkups and checking your blood pressure and you're not eating pork and all these other things, then you all should have better results. That's what I'm waiting to hear. So I'm patient. I'll patiently wait for the end of the month to come. And yes, I know it tastes good or better than what most people thought that it would. But more importantly, I want to know what that end month results. So that's all I would take and really require from y'all. You don't have to go on the live stream. Like I said, Facebook, if I have Facebook on, Facebook has the ability right now to come on live. If someone say, I want to come on live and give a testimony, do something, you can do that on there. But I haven't gotten StreamYard yet attached to YouTube. But my God, I get the feeling when we do, it's going to be fun. I don't think I'm going to have to beg y'all to come on at all. I think y'all going to, even if we just say, hey, that's the show. Yeah, I show them back on. I'm good. They're like that. Look, I'll keep it simple. Look, my stuff is working for me. I'm so happy. I feel free. I feel energy. You got to give me a long drawdown, nothing. No, that's not where I'm at with that. If it takes all of that, and you have what I have, then you just simply not ready. To have to convince you to want to feel healthy and well. I'm not there. I'm past that point. I know. Nope. I'm just here to inspire, to encourage, but not to not to stress my mental out, wondering about if whether or not somebody else can hear. No, you all see what's happening. You all do. I trust and I believe that. And it's a matter of most of our people, especially God's chosen people. I know what it is. I might say my spirit knows exactly what you want. You all want this thing to be done in spirit and in truth. And you all don't want to feel like anybody is getting over on you. And you want to know that you are supporting a brother and a sister or someone that's doing this from a pure place and that's doing it for a good cause. And you all respect and appreciate the few that's out here that's doing it. And that's a good thing. And I do believe that you all will be blessed for that. And for that cause, you are still alive to this day because you found what a lot of our people aren't even looking for. But that goes to tell me where your mind is at. That means that your mind is thinking more well. And that's a good thing. That's the first start. All right. Unless you all have anything else to say. Amen. Just as he'll answer you. Thank you, God. I never knew the power of prayer until my conversation in prayers was all I learned to rely on. Yes. Yes. I'm telling you, it's people water it down because they don't have a prayer life. They talk about it, and no, when we're saying prayer, let me clarify that. I'm glad you put that there, Sister Nera. When I say prayer, I don't mean that means that you just pray and you don't do no work. Come on, y'all. And I know I don't have to say that to most of you all, but you never know. By the time I get off of here, hundreds of others will wind up looking at this, and I do my best to try to break things down for those who may miss it. And that because some people have been so religionized, is what I like to call it. Some of us call it so brainwashed. Where they want, you know what, God done told them to go across the street and go to the health store and get what they need. And then, you know what, I'm just going to sit here and pray on this, and I'm going to keep this money right here, and I'm going to go get me some shoes. But I'm going to pray about that because, see, right now my side hurting, and this real crime, and my kidney feel like it's about to fall out my stomach, and but God. Nah. You just said that you know the health stores across the street and they got stuff for kidney, and you gonna turn around and now you're gonna try to pray? Father, help your children. Don't let them fall by the side of the road. That's all I can say, y'all. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. Because I done seen it and I heard it. Well, if the Lord want me healed, he gonna heal me in the name of Jesus. If the Lord want me to heal, he gonna heal me in the name of Jesus. If the Lord want me healed, he gonna heal me in the name of Jesus. If the Lord. Just that whole sentence is just jacked up. You use the name Jesus and then you say the Lord. So that let me know that you believe in reading the Bible. And some of them scriptures are in there you actually believe in. Or at least you're acting like you do. And it says in there that it was his will that you prosper and be in good health. And he shows you exactly what you were supposed to be eating, what he gave the children of Israel as well. And then you want to turn around and then you say, if the Lord. No, if you just do what he told you to do. If you just naturally. Okay, I'm put the Bibles aside for a second. I think at this point, I really don't have to say too much. I think we all here. I really think we all here. And then before you know it, the wife or somebody hauling them off to the hospital. And they crying now. Now who praying now? The wife is praying. Lord, bless my oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, how come I saw you? Oh, Jesus, oh, Lord. He's a good man. Oh, Father, he goes back to the Lord. I'm not making fun, y'all. I promise I'm not. Look, I only got the smile on my face because I know some of y'all, I can see y'all behind the screen. Somehow Dr. Chef. Shit. Somebody praying now. That's all I gotta say. Somebody praying now. Now they gonna go get something. Yeah, but then you know that they had the health store that's right there. And Mr. Johnson them was doing fine now. He didn't even have to get no kidney surgery. He went on ahead and he got here some sea moss. And he cleansed his colon and everything. They drinking on their tea and stuff. And he said he feeling fine now. He ain't even got to go in for his surgery. I thought y'all knew. I ain't got time to play with this, y'all. I know y'all don't either. Now let's just do what God chose us to do. Because I'm told use God given common sense. That's what I'm saying. Don't hide behind prayer. Don't hide behind Jesus. Don't hide behind Yeshua HaMashiach. Don't try to hide behind Allah. Don't try to hide behind yourself. Just do it. Like some of y'all want to do like it. Just do it. I said that before. Just do it. Stop overthinking it. If your body said, you know what, I feel like I need to get some cherries today. Go get your cherries. Don't eat too many of them. Don't go take a whole bag and put it up inside of that blender. Y'all don't do that. Why not, Dr. Chef? Moderation is the key. And sometimes it can overkill. It can cause some kind it can cause little mild side effects within the mind and headaches in the bloodstream when you overdo it with certain fruits. And cherries are very powerful. And they do cleanse, and they are high in antioxidant, and it is considered a blood food. But it's so powerful to where if you're getting the ones with seed, that's non-GMO, it will cleanse that system, but it will do it too much too. And it can start cause cramping. And then what I realized is that a lot of us, when we're eating that much, we usually don't chew it up properly. So it still can cause some form of constipation. And if it's not chewed up properly into that liquid form, then it's not going to pass through the system properly. So it can start cramping in the system, in the abdominal area. It can cause the body to start asking for other things to help to flush it out. Yeah, this is something that I just learned. Nope, they don't tell you that on the books. They don't. I didn't get this in no holistic class or anything. I learned that through one. I tried to do it myself. Half a bag. Then I started hearing more and more of my clients. Can't call out no names due to Privacy Act. They start doing it. And so yes, everything. Don't do away with moderation. with everything that we have. It's called gluttony. We got to stop gluttony. We got to stop it. Yes, you can't make up for 40, 50 years, 30, 40, 50 years of you taxing the body up and trying to put it all in your system in 30 days. No. Little bit by little bit, one meal a day. If depending on how much energy you are exerting or the weight of your job, you may do a meal and a half. But mostly drinking, the body is made up of 80% of water, H3O. What's sitting in the water? Whatever is in the water that will determine the outcome of how you feel and how healthy you are and how nourished your brain is and how good your blood flow flows. It would be the same as how clean and fresh you feel when you take a bath and you put that whole body, that whole dirty body up in there, and you add your little natural essential oils or whatever you do. That's the same that takes place within your internals when we're drinking more fluids inside, because the body's made up of mostly water. And the water is the living source that allows the blood to flow properly so that the heart can pump right, the kidneys can function right, the liver can flush out the food and break down the food and nourish the rest of your entire body and all of your organs, including your bones. So this is the reason why we have to be careful, you all. And this is the reason why I encourage you all to call in for consultations, even if it may be a little challenging to get in sometime. Ask God for patience. Say, hey, I know that my sister, I feel like she do really truly care. I know it's a lot of some of you all have. And say, but I'm gonna get to her. I'm gonna get to her. Whatsoever that mind thinking, I'm gonna get to her. And meanwhile, I'm gonna be taking my herbs. I'm gonna be eating all the healthiest things that I can. Notice I said that you can, because I understand we all are in different areas where it is challenging for us to get a lot of things. And we don't treat it like that trip that you want to take where you'll be willing to go off and save up for a whole year to go to the Bahamas. We don't treat it like the family events and the different concerts that we want to go to where we'll make room. We're going to find a way. And I know it's different because now it becomes a lifestyle. It's something that you're going to have to do every week, every month. It's to make sure that you, yourself, or your family have all the healthiest foods that you need. And then the other part, you already know, you got to do that for yourself. Get into your words, start reading, start getting more positive affirmations, start writing down all of the things that you want to accomplish and everything that you want to be. Every goal that you want to set for your life, and stick to it. Go over it with other people that you know that want to see the best out of you, that want to see you healthy and well. If that's what you need to have that support system, you need me, I need you, we need one another. I got a brother right now, and that's all I can call him at this point. I got a brother right now, and he's dealing with some heavy stuff, and he have great responsibilities. And he's not practicing at all what he preached. And I can only speak to a few people concerning it, because my heart and my mind, my body, my soul, I want to see them really do well. I do want to see them overcome their addictions. I do. Because that's just that's just the heart and the mind God gave me. And only a few people know what they're dealing with. And at this time, they're trying to plant seeds where they shouldn't be planting them. And I'm saying this is not going to turn out too well because you're doing it out of order. And no matter how much I can speak in the most loving, supportive way that I can, I realize that it's certain things, certain choices and decisions we make in life. And we all have made them. You just got to go through so you can learn the lesson later. So I had to let it go so it wouldn't stress me out. So I could still have the mind to come before you all in the right manner and not think about, oh God, this person's going to make the biggest mistake of their life. Is God going to get some glory? Yeah, he's going to get his. But when things are not done in the right spirit, and when you come before his people, I believe that. See, I've been raised, and I've told some of you, I've been raised around some very just men in my life. And I've seen the stability and the outcome of their families and the people around them, and the longevity that God has blessed them to have with much responsibility. And so I can't unsee that. I can't unlearn that. And so I cannot not share that with another man or another woman that's going down that route, not even myself. So this is reason why I say that even though, and they have full knowledge of what eating to be unhealthy is, they have full knowledge of the word of God. They have full knowledge. They making money, they doing it. But, when they come to me out of a confession, I tell them, first thing I do, you got to pray. You got to fast. You got to pray and fast and seek God's face on this. Or else it's not going to be a good outcome. I don't care how many people call me your name. You have to. And I understand completely why you're doing it and why it's happening. But it doesn't matter what I understand. It doesn't matter what I want for you. You got to want that for yourself. You got to want to be healthy and well-minded. You got to want to practice what you preach for yourself. And enough to where you actually do it. I'd be doggone if I sit there. I'm sorry, excuse my French. So I'd be doggone if I come before y'all and I'm sitting up here talking about be healthy and do this and do that. And you got to pray and you got to, and then I don't do it myself. Did I only wait until I come before this camera to do it? Oh, I wouldn't have made it. Oh, ain't no way. Ain't no way. I would be 300 pounds too. I'll be out my mind. If anything, I would be on here dancing and doing comedy or something. They'd be like, yep, Dr. Swift done lost it. Yeah, I guess that's how she making it. Well, she could be dead. Yeah, I'll be saying a whole lot of things. I know my people. Yeah, that's enough to make anybody lose their mind. Well, at least she alive. I'm sorry, y'all. I just got that in me sometimes where I have to sound like a runaway slave. Because God knows I run. I run from anything that's trying to enslave my mind that's not good and that's not good, healthy, or spiritually or naturally for me. And if I can't run, I'm going to make sure I pray, God, I told y'all, I pray, remove. Get this out of my way so I can do what it is that you have chosen, called me to do. Get this out of my way. I don't want to be tempted and tried by this. I don't need it. I get the lesson. I got it. I got it. Point made. And that's how we got to be about our health and wellness. That's how you got to be about keeping your life, your mind stress-free. Well, when my baby called. So, and give them some advice. Send them to a counselor or a therapist. Tell them, Mama can't deal with that today. No, that's a bit too much. Ooh, you're going to make me have a heart attack. Stop saying that. It's going to make me have a heart attack. Stop saying that. You just spoke that. It matters. The brain heard that. The mind heard that. Keep saying that. That eventually turns into depression. Turns to stress. Stops you from breathing. Because you're thinking about the problem that you can't fix right away. Can't do that, y'all. You'll know it because you're going to be tossing and turning and can't sleep. You'll be up agitated. Be on pins and needles. And so I love y'all. I'm going to pray us out of here. If it's anything that I miss, please, you all just text me and let me know. I will be before you all. So I am looking to start back up on Friday. Maybe that'll help me not to go over so long because I do have some follow-up. I do have some shipment that I got to make sure that it gets out for sure before the day is over and done. I have some things to do here. Yep. And so I love you all. I want to say a short prayer so we can take you all throughout the week. I may come back on Friday, you all. I may, because I think the new products will be out. So I will be able. So Friday, I may be coming back before you guys on Friday if it comes in by today or tomorrow for the record. And so I love you all. And I'm going to say a prayer. Father, we thank you so much for blessing us to come before you on another Wellness Wednesday. And thank you so much for the people that were able to tune in, to take out their time to support, but to also to be a support one to another. And so we thank you for blessing them and keeping them alive and healthy and well enough to be able to want to support and hear anything that's positive or that's good for them, to help them with their full mental clarity, or just to know that they have a brother, a sister that really, really do care about their mental health and wellness while we go through this health and wellness journey. We ask that you cover all of us, especially during the weekend, and bless me if it's your will that I come back on Friday and our new shipment come in, that I be able to bring forth that to our people that may need it. The attention for ADHD, and then for those who suffering with being focused, the children with autism, and then also for the mental boost for those of us who need that, with all the things that's going on in this world that's causing us to just to want to be zombies and not have to even see no evil, hear no evil, but just give us that mental boost that we need to be able to deal with whatever comes our way. Help us to be strong in you, and give us that endurance that we need through such a time as this. In the name of Jesus and Yeshua HaMashiach, we pray. Amen. Hey, y'all. I love y'all. I do. And look, y'all ain't got to give me no fruit. Yeah, so I'm done, y'all. I'm done. Let me say so. Amen. Peace and blessings to us all. Yes, thank you so much, sister. I can't wait till everybody else get their next shipment in. When I hear my cause suicidal tendencies, I change what I am watching. That's right. Yeah, I wish I would have caught that earlier, so to start telling them that's it. That's it. Because most of the time, that's what they're planning in what you call. I'm gonna go down this thing that I might miss something. When I hear my suicidal tendency, I change what I want. Yeah. Because in this television, boy, it's really planting the bad seed of people becoming depressed. They might try to make this normal, and that's not normal. But they put so much out here now. Yeah, just gotta be careful. I had to stop myself from watching certain little shows when I get up sometime, and if I just on the weekend and just wanted to just do a musa, and I was sitting watching a little Netflix little special. I'm sorry. I said, man, they really making this seem like this is a way of life. They really making this look like this is the way it should be. And if I called out a couple of the things that a few of the family members said, "Oh, have you seen this show? How you did this? How you did this?" Y'all be like, "Yep, it sure do. It get you." Y'all will be saying it too. Ooh, it sure do get you. Yep, that's a good show. No, they showing you, they're brainwashing you to think in a toxic way, to accept that is not good and the perfect will of God for us, you all. So we got to be really careful what your eye gates see, what you take into your ears and your spirit. We got to be very, very, very careful. Because you can't even get to eating right if your mind ain't right. I keep saying that to y'all. I'm not gonna stop saying that. If you don't know to pray to God to help give you the right mind, you can't think to do nothing right. You'll be done had stuff in your hand and still can't even have it. Still don't know how to use it. Don't know how to be reading the label right there before you, and you're still confused. And that's how you know that you really got to get some counseling and some therapy, some help, and some prayer. That's how you know. I can't think about it. And don't be ashamed. And y'all call into me. You could call into me for consultation for any and everything. I counsel everything. Not just drugs, abuse, relationships, children got on my nerves. Because when the kids get on your nerves, I know. When the kids get on your nerves, what happens is that they wind up taking and they stress you out. Now you really finna go and find your ding dong. I already know. Mine was I needed my gourmet apple pie. I'm finna bake this pie today, and it was serious. And I wasn't even addicted. I just wanted that because that's what I go right back to. That's that cinnamon and that nutmeg and that little bit of crunch when I slide that joke up in there, and then I get that little my little organic apples. I get my perfect organic crust. Woo-wee! I'm ready. I was living for that. And I only had to have it maybe a couple times out of the year. That's the time when something was really hitting me real hard. I said, I got it. Oh, yeah. I'll wait till this season, too, during the time of Thanksgiving. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll make sure I put me one to the side. because I'm thinking about, and that's the only thing that was my comfort food. And boy, don't let me get at the time. Don't let me get hope to no vanilla ice cream. Oh, it's on the Papa Locket. I was ready. And boy, when I found out they had the coconut ice cream too, and it wasn't a bunch of artificial sugar in there. Suck it now. I tear that up. And I won't hear no easy, no ear. I won't close that door. My daughter be coming down to my mom. I'm like, there I go again. I'm about to make it drop. I'm like, I'm running. Lock the door. I said, put that lock on the front. I go, no. Got my pile. Finally got a chance to sit down. I'm finally getting a chance to. That was my comfort food. All right, man. Just ask you, answer you. Thank you, God. I never knew the power. Okay, I did. I read that one already. Yeah, that was my comfort food. Ask me, do I have to have it like that now? No, I don't. Nope. It took some years, but nope, I not. And now I told you, I already broke it down to this. I went from McDevil's years ago to have that apple pie every weekend till once a month, till once every couple of months, till now I can go a whole year without it if I have to. See how that worked? That's how I know. But in my mind, I was saying, Lord, if it boils down to this, and let's say they chop down the apple tree, this is how my mind was thinking. I'm like, I don't want to feel like my life, like I'm about to lose my mind if I don't get me my homemade apple pie. I said, I don't want to put all that into one food item. I take the apple, so I started praying. I told you to keep going back to prayer. I said, Papa, let me just get used to it because it is a lot of prepping and I gotta wait 45 minutes. Gotta boil the apples for 20 minutes, and then I gotta get the taste just right. And then I gotta take it again to make sure I got the right crust. And sometimes they don't have the crust, and then I don't want to make it sometime, and then I gotta wait, and then I gotta make all that just to get the apple. No. His way is easy, his burden is light. We make things complicated, y'all. I know I did. Because in myself, that was the smell of it. I knew what it was. It was mostly the cinnamon. I knew it was the money. Just think about it. When you take and you boil a little cinnamon stick, it helped calm the nerve. It distresses the nerve. It was the cinnamon and the nutmeg and the vanilla flavor. I was using the abstract, the organic, all natural kind. So it was the aroma. Now, I'm an aromatherapist too, so just understand. It was the smell mostly is what I'm after. Then the taste. And so I had to identify that and why that was a comfort food to me. Was it just a taste bud? Or especially if I only need a slice or two? Or is it the smell from the cinnamon and what that calms my nerves and makes it a comfort food? Put two and two together. Yeah, it was the vanilla, the cinnamon, and the nutmeg, and that's how they get us during this time of year, y'all. That's how they get us. All those spices is back in the air again, and even though it's clearing up the nasal, it's binding up mucus. We add that onto our bread. We put all this other mucus forming stuff in, and before you know it, we put it in our sweet potato pies, and the butternut squash pies, and the pumpkin pies. And don't realize that you're after calming the nerves, to soothing the mind through the spices, y'all. Even through the artificial spices, because it smells like it. The mind remembers that. It has those cells know what it is. So think about that, y'all, during this season as we approach getting past Halloween, is what I call it. And going into Thanksgiving is what I call it, but will be a Thanksgiving. I will be working on making sure that I'll be tuning in to us a Thanksgiving program on live stream in the kitchen, so I can show y'all how we do it. I'm gonna have the smoothies. I'm gonna have everything. that I deem that would be that won't send y'all into the ER. Let me share that. They won't send you into the ER. You know, the ones they had to do not R. Okay, I gotta get out of here, y'all. I love y'all. Y'all know I'll be saying I'll be hanging in here with y'all for the most part. All right, I love you, love you, love you. Y'all take care of yourself now. As they say, the hillbilly, y'all come back now. So I'm trying to tune in on Friday if everything come in, and I will have the notification in. Thank you all for your support, and look forward to hearing from you all very soon. Bye bye.